Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and we've been talking quite a bit, not just today, but over the past few weeks now as this entire confirmation process has played out for Judge Brett Kavanaugh, President Trump's nominee for the Supreme Court, about the importance of having the right justices on whether it's the Supreme Court, a lower court, really any court in the United States of America. You see, we have been arguing in favor of Judge Kavanaugh, not because we're just trying to do something that, oh yeah, like support Trump no matter what, he's always right, yeah, go Republicans. No. It's because we understand what we should be looking for when it comes to our courts. We always should be wanting conservative justices. The name's a little bit misleading. You see, conservative justice does not mean, oh, I'm a Republican and I'm going to do nothing but do whatever's best for all Republicans when I'm sitting on the bench. No. Conservative justice has, throughout time, shown to be somebody who is going to uphold the Constitution, regardless about how they feel personally. See, with liberal justices, what we've tended to see more times than not, as with the 4 justices who make up the minority on the current Supreme Court, is that liberal justice, yes, means we're going to take the Democrat Party's agenda and we're going to do everything we can to try to forward that agenda from the bench, which of course no political party's agenda should ever be forwarded from the bench. There's a proper way, if you don't like the laws in this country, to go about changing them. It's called the legislative branch. I mean, we've got a separation of powers for a reason here, folks. And you see, we just recently got a shining example at not the Supreme Court level, but one of the courts below it, just this week, as to why it is so important to have people who will act impartially on our courts. I got to pull this up to make sure we get this right, but we had a case on Wednesday where U.S. District Judge Edward Chen out of San Francisco blocked the Trump administration from ending protections that allow immigrants from Sudan, Nicaragua, Haiti, and El Salvador living legally in the United States. President Trump had decided, for those who don't remember, to end the temporary protected status for the roughly 300,000 foreign nationals living in the United States under that program. According to Judge Chen, this is where it really starts to get interesting, the president's decision was motivated by racial discrimination against non-white, non-European aliens, citing comments that candidate Trump made about Mexican immigrants being drug dealers and rapists, and comments that President Trump made about certain countries being expletive hole countries. I think you know what 4-letter word goes in the blank there. Okay. Lot to dissect there. For the millionth time, people, President Trump is not a racist. I keep hearing over and over again people who don't like Trump, oh, he's a racist, he's so awful. Like, okay, if anybody wants to call President Trump a racist, how about this? How about you actually bring forth proof, some sort of evidence that Donald J. Trump is actually a racist? Because so far, nobody who has called the man a racist, and there's been a hell of a lot of them, has been able to give even one single piece of evidence supporting that claim. You see, President Trump, before he was President Trump, back when he was just American citizen Donald Trump, was actually praised by leaders of the African-American community because he was doing things, charitable things, that were making the lives of minority individuals better. President Trump is somebody who, if you haven't noticed, yeah, he's created a climate that is allowing various groups of people to flourish, including the African-American community, the Hispanic American community, at all-time record highs. I mean, the man is not a racist, folks. And when it comes to these criticisms that the judge is trying to pick apart, yeah, he did not, candidate Trump, call all Mexican immigrants rapists and criminals and all that. No. He said some are, and it's true because Mexico, they do send their worst to this country. When the government gets a say in who comes to the United States, like through the visa lottery and all that, they pick their worst because they don't want them in Mexico, pawn them off on the United States. In Mexico, they want to keep their best citizens. Look, I'm not saying that everybody who comes to the United States from Mexico is bad. I mean, far from it. There are plenty law-abiding, legal immigrants from Mexico who are phenomenal people. We're not trying to say anything about them. It's just when you do have the rapists and the drug dealers coming in, when you have the illegals coming in, yeah, there's kind of a problem about that. And I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt from pointing out the truth like candidate Trump did back in, 2015. And also, what's the other criticism he's trying to levy? Oh, the whole expletive hole countries. Yeah. So this is the fun argument that the American left likes to make about this one. So how dare you go referring to these places as expletive hole countries? Oh, no. You can't refer to them as being that bad. oh, but at the same time, these places are so bad that we cannot send these people who are protected under TPS in the United States back. You see, for those who are not familiar about the temporary protected status, it is extended to countries that go through a natural disaster or a war where their people need to get away for a set amount of time until whatever problem is going on in that country is resolved. Yeah, when it comes to the people who've been in the United States, the reason President Trump wants to send them back is not because, oh, they're brown and they look different than him. No. It's because whatever the specific reason is they came here, the war or natural disaster, is no longer a problem in those countries. So while those countries still do have other problems, while they're nowhere near as good as the United States, guess what? The specific problem that they came to the United States for under TPS has been resolved. That means that they have to go back. And you know, instead of complaining about not getting more free handouts from the United States, you think these people would be grateful that they got everything that they did from the United States over the past, well, in some cases it was up to, I believe, 15, 16 years. It is just absolutely unbelievable. And the judge that's proceeding over this is trying to say that, oh, well, with President Trump, he's just doing all this under his America First platform. You are damn right he's doing this America First, because there are tens of millions of us Americans that went out and voted in 2016. We voted for Donald Trump and we won that election, that we're sick and tired of the United States just bowing down to other countries. No. It's no longer let's look out for other countries first. It is look out for number one first. And in the United States of America, number one is the United States of America. So those people who are here under TPS that no longer have a reason to be here under TPS, you're welcome for everything you got. Now get the hell out of our country. And that's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till then, I'm out.